Oh no, what happened? All right, nothing happened. Apparently, nothing happened. Um, well, that's good. At least the audio is good. Okay, it's the first time we're doing this. Okay, so all right, let me get this I'm gonna take this one. Some music. Um, yeah, we are live streaming. Yes. Um, sorry, I'm just setting up and like finishing up the last touches. Um, I honestly, I was shocked that I was so late. Um, like what happened? Um, I everything was on point. Well, like everything was supposed to be on point. Oh no, it's not. What the fuck is going on? Huh. Oh no, that's not looking good. Hold on, let me see. Um, huh, this is ridiculous. What? Aside from the fact that I am super late, um, this is lagging. Like what? What are the odds? I'm telling you. And this it started normal. It literally it started normal, and then um, what the fuck? Ugh, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous, I'm telling you. Huh. Mhm. Why? Why? Um, I'm really. Why is it looking so? Maybe, maybe it will fix itself. Maybe it will fix itself. That's literally like my my hopes every single time something happens, and it doesn't go that way. Like, I just hope for the best, I guess. Oh my god, and I think it's still looking like that, right? Sucks. Um, I don't really for a second. Let me see. We're having some technical difficulties. Um, maybe if I start recording it, maybe. No, that's still the same shit. Okay, I mean, I think the fix itself, right? What's going on, Lucy? Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Oh, God, it's going to be difficult. Oh, no, it got better. It got better, yes. I am telling you. All right, maybe I shouldn't be more so much. A lot of theories, not theories. Taking some time. I mean, I technically already gave it some time. Uh, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe I managed to make it on here 30 minutes late. You know what it is to make it on here 30 minutes late? Like, you have to have a special, um, what you have a special, you know what I'm saying? Oh God. Um, for some music, I wasn't going to be live streaming with music on, but nothing else. I was like, oh, I just wait because um, I needed to me to just make it late. Uh, ¿Qué corazón, mi corazón? Yeah, that's gonna be like looking really weird. Um, really. Why am I so far away from the microphone? Um, can you even hear me? Like, I don't know if you guys are able to hear me. Like when I am all the way over there, um, and it's screaming at the same time. You know? Oh, you know what? Actually, this way, device not recognized. What? Was who? Which one is not being recognized? Ah, what the fuck? Oh hell no! I am a disaster. I'm telling you. I am definitely a disaster. Ugh. Hold up. Huh. No. Maybe if I just get up, bro. Like, shit. Fucking Christ. Oh my god. Well, welcome to my. This is what making a video actually consists of, guys. You know, like um, I am always dropping something. I'm always just I don't even know how to even describe it. You just get to see it here. Okay, you just get to see it here. Um, and I don't know if there is um. What happened? Come on. Huh? Um. Okay, so it's still streaming from there. What the hell? So why is it not on? Like, why is the like not on? Huh. Anywho, oh god. Yeah, this is what usually me making a video or anything consists of. You know, like I'm always a mess. I'm always like just I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Like shit is wild. Shit is wild. Um, but yeah, we'll put some music to relax. You know. And yeah, like good old me. Just basically I'm winging it. And I didn't really have anything planned. Okay, so um, could you actually believe that? Could you actually believe that? Let's see. Okay, so this is let's see. Yep. Okay, so this is so maybe if I don't move so much, this thing was actually like not be so like pixel dots. Pixel. So maybe if I don't move so much, this thing was actually like not be so like pixel dots. Pixel. So maybe if I don't move so much. What? What's going on? Ah! All right. But I cannot not move a lot. I'm actually really excited for this one. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. This is our first time live streaming live, and the beginning was kind of like an epic fail. um, that would be basically like the behind the scenes, of like, I'm telling you, I'm always dropping something without a doubt. Like you leave it up to me to drop something. um. Okay, no, I'm not really feeling the vibe. That was like it's good, but I don't know. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh no!
Design programs embrace design practices built around emerging technologies. It's art outside the box.
All right, so yeah. Can you believe I made it this late? Like I was supposed to be already like. Well, the good thing is that I didn't put like a time limit. I put like 4 hour like stream. Which we'll probably do a 4 hour stream. Excuse me while I drink a soda. Um, I'm just, I'm just really happy, that we're doing this, and yeah, like it kind of sucks the fact that is being um recorded like that. Um, that one kind of sucks. Um, you know, and yeah. I think if I just stop moving, it would actually um, do its thing. Do its thing. Ah, no, no, that's not it. Ah, anywho, anywho's. Um, so yeah, guys. Just just bear with me. You know what I get on my zone. Um, and while I basically get it together, um, that song is definitely not it. Like, what the hell is that? Um, we're not gonna be doing that. We are most definitely not doing that one. Um, um, so I wonder why the heck what happened to like my microphone is not lighting up like the little lights that it usually like lights up, and so um what is that, a frog? Oh god. um I am actually really nervous, like I'm actually kind of nervous. I'm like, oh my god, like um I don't know. And what else? And so good on me came on here without a plan, without a topic of my head, um which I think would have worked out a little better, um like what is you doing? What is you doing if you're not coming on here and you know having a topic to talk about? I mean, oh god, but fuck, I almost dropped the laptop. Don't drop the laptop, okay? Don't drop the laptop. You don't want to drop the laptop. um Maybe if I sit down, should I just sit down, bro? um, ¿Qué horas son, mi corazón? Oh god, I am getting a phone call. Hold on. What? What? What's going on? Who the fuck? Where? Who dares disturb me? No, it wasn't. It wasn't a freaking. Yeah. So I think if I just sat down and stop moving so much, um, this thing would actually like recognize, and just look a lot less pixel dust. Right. I mean, that's just my theory. Okay. Um, I am not an expert with technology, and I just oh shit. That is facing down, and that is facing down, of course. Ha! Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. That works, right? That works. All right. All right. Yeah, you see, like if I stop moving so much, um, it actually like does like the thing that it's supposed to do. And I definitely need like a little table over here for this. Um, but for now, this will be it, right? Um, no. But I'll just have it here because then I get excited and what have you, and I don't want to drop it. You don't want to drop the freaking laptop, okay? All right, let's put you just a little more down. But yeah, and I get to show you my little outfit. The outfit of today, um, I'm definitely, I'm definitely feeling the beige a lot lately. Like the beige is just something about beige. Um, and this is the smallest it goes. Anywho, so, so literally, this is literally like no lie, what I do, while I'm actually making the episodes. Like um, like this is no different. This is literally no different, other than the fact that it's live. And you would think at some point, I I would get better, at just being a little more normal. um, but I am, I'm just normally, um, I'm just normally like just hyper, and good, like full of um, feeling good. Um, all right, I think this would help there, kind of like maintain the balance. And you would think I would be here, listening to some music and da da da. And no, 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 of course not. Um, I am giving you my 100% undivided attention, right? Um, so I should have like make sure that I made it on time, so that way, by now it would have been uh, we would have been past this point of me just being weird and awkward and like trying to get myself in the mood and all that. Um, but um, but yeah, dude. I mean, um, and I thought I was sitting here thinking, oh, cool, like the camera got fixed, because when I see it here, like it doesn't look like how it looks on the like stream, and it's kind of pissing me off. It's kind of pissing me off. Um, so so yeah, like just um bear with me, bear with me. Um, I actually have worked. I worked on it yesterday, right? Well, today. Well, not today in the morning. Um, Today in the morning, I worked on finally like adding or creating like a um what I will be having as the um hold on. I was adding a why can't I think? Oh my god. The brain farts is real right now. Okay. Oh god. Uh-huh. Jesus. Okay, I got together what I was trying to say. Um the introduction, like the actual introduction of my podcast, of New Dawn Podcast, is basically already made, you know. Um, the only thing that is missing is recording it, editing it, and doing all that good stuff, right? But the good thing is that like this literally just came to me like yesterday out of nowhere. Um, and honestly, like I was I am the happiest girl right now. I am super excited. I want to um already make it, but I have been also been working on a little schedule, and setting up like so one thing. Okay. So let me let you guys in. Um, one thing I actually have learned to get better at, better at, um, is basically scheduling myself and um, organizing, you know, my my whole thing because it was very very disorganized. I mean, it was okay. So let me let you in on a little secret, okay? It's little secrets. Don't- Um, I've been basically like I had a schedule and I had a plan, which I was following through for the most part, kind of. um, and then I sorry. Then like it was when it hit me, after the trials and errors, after the um doing this over and over, and just like I knew I had like the right idea, right, on what to do and what I should be focusing on, right? But um I quickly learned that you know anyone can have an idea, anyone can have a like you could think of something, and it might be a great idea, it just might be a great idea, but if you are not like doing it and you're not following through, and just organizing yourself, like there is such like a there is such a powerful and uh, amount of overwhelming peace of mind when you just do it, and you do it because you are learning, because you're accepting your little flaws, because you're accepting um that again throughout life, I've said this, I'm you know I know I kind of sound like a broken record, um but honestly, like um just learning and going through life, right? um Learning from the experiences and having experience from the lessons, from what you learn. um it's honestly a it's such an underrated like a thing, like I feel like there is we need to start hyping this up. you know there needs to start being like a thing where um we just go on here and be like, you know what, um I will be patient with myself, and I will be um understanding with myself, and I will be all of these things, so that way you get to learn um your um love language, like you can't really come up to me, um telling me about your love language, and basically like um how you have your own like self love, and how your language to yourself is, in my eyes, I will see it as for what it is, like if you don't have it for yourself, what could I expect from um for me, um and it kind of sucks when people, or like certain, you know well, this kind of happened with me, and a certain someone that I was with, that this person had no self-love, he had no self-love, no self-love, but um he loved me, um and so like there is such a thin line, there is such a thin line in between um your self-love and your self-loathing, like um basically like just feeling yourself, and being full of shit, and it's just, for a lack of a better word, um and like some people really just that was just random, but I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about, because this is really like what I wanted to talk about, but then I was just like, you know what, let me just go with the flow, let me see where I take it, let me see where I can what I can do, while I do this. So far I'm literally just talking and going on and on about um whatever I will be going on and on about, I'm honestly, you have no idea what I believe it actually feels to me, to know that this is literally just life, and that I won't have to like later on look at it, edit it, da da da, cut it, and sometimes I just kind of like I go about it like, oh well, I'm going to either like leave it halfway, like leave a project halfway, and just try to like redo it like and say the same thing that I literally just have said before, because I feel like I could have said it better. And man, that's toxic. Like honestly, my strategies, some of my strategies are just kind of like, what is wrong with her? Like, is she is she okay? Like, is she? And what kind of logic is this, right? Um, but yeah, I got to learn to experience it, and I got to learn to accept it, and because like there was like a certain point in my life where I didn't really allow myself to show emotions, or um you know be be a certain way around anyone, because I just, I don't know, like I had like held these feelings and this what have you, as a treasure, and like I just held them down real freaking close to me, and like with passion. And my I realized today that um you owe it to yourself, right? And you owe it to your younger self, and the you that has made mistakes, and the all the versions of yourself, to keep up with your word, right? um and basically, if you are telling yourself, I will be doing this, and honestly, there's no way of telling how things will turn out to be unless we go through what life requires of you, which is, life, um trial and error, trial and error. So, um, like thanking yourself for like doing certain things, for experiencing whatever you have experienced, for going through whatever you have gone through. That no decision that you've made in your life um, was for some reason or for whatever reason, because at the end of the day, um, that is one thing. That is one thing that needs to start like being changed. The so the so famous like usual. Well, she or me or whatever. Um, it is it is how I am. It is what I what I did overrides and just defines what I will be, how I will feel like, how I will um if like the vibe that I would give off, because I used to do this back then, and like there's no point like what would people say of me if I changed? What would people say, like what would people think, or what would and it's like at some point at some point we have to like learn and get to a level of maturity, right? And a level of like um no fucks given, excuse my French. But at some point you have to give zero fucks about what they would say, what they would comment about, what they would criticize, how people would say that you are acting or that you are whatever. Let it be, let it, you know, these are exactly the type of people that you don't want around your life. These are the type of people that you definitely 100% want to make sure that you avoid and that you don't keep on associating with these people. Because if there's one thing about us, um, it's literally in our like biology, and it's literally like in our nature. We're supposed to grow, so somebody criticizing, oh my god, look at this person growing, it's like it's kind of absurd, at some point it's like um mind your own mind your own damn business. Nobody knows nobody knows what somebody goes through, and what the knowledge and the wisdom or the insight or whatever it is that the person needed to goes through um when they go through it, in behind doors, and like you don't get to see that. You don't get to see that part where they worked really hard towards this. They, you know, like working on yourself is honestly hard work. This is constant work. This is like, um, it's easier to kind of just be like, well, that's how I used to be, and that's how I will continue on being, and continue on excusing, your behaviors. Um, or, well, I I kind of don't want to do X, Y, and Z, but that takes like me having to work on discipline, on certain things that we actually like. There is a it is very okay. Well, it is very underrated. The ability to have or be trying to basically work on something that you are working on. Like for example, myself, I'm working on my podcast. And I since forever I've always wanted to be a public speaker, and thanks to technology, we get to like have that, and we get to like um basically work towards that a little easier than it was back then. But um just okay, so I, like I was saying before, I was having like, I had the right theory and I had the right idea, on how to do certain things and what I needed to do. Um, but one, I was not changing whatsoever what I was doing wrong. So there was now a self awareness, of what I'm doing wrong. Um, Continue on doing what I'm doing wrong, right? Which makes no sense because again, if it doesn't work out and it doesn't work out, doing it again would not work out, But in my head, because I didn't want to fix the fact and I didn't want to own up to it, and I just kind of wanted like, no, it's okay, um, basically I am neglecting the DMs and the messages that I am um, getting, and having that uh, valuable time, of like getting to know each other and things like that, because I do freaking appreciate that, but I don't get to show it, or I don't, or I just kind of seem like very um uninterested, or like whatever, um I stream, I do this and that. I have 13 subscribers on YouTube, so I'm super famous. Don't worry about it. No, I want to build a community. Freaking stuttering. um, um, and no, like I'm not. Yeah, sure. I mean, you can call me a life coach and all that. I want to share, with you guys what I've gone through, my trials and errors, my flaws, my mistakes, my how I've got there to get to understand all of this, and it's hard work, It's first of all, I am the worst. I am the worst with technology. Like me and technology just do not mix, Um, but I I was like, well, I am gonna get myself a desktop, and I did. And I am going to start like little by little, like figure it out, Um, and well, I mean, at first it wasn't for um streaming or for any of these things. Like my desktop was literally because I had other plans, Um, but basically like the same idea, Um, then I started like looking into like the streaming and all that, and I started thinking, um, like honestly, without noticing and without realizing it, I started to like catch the fact that hey, I am actually really good at um conversating. Am I the best at expressing what I mean, and basically trying to like have my point across? I'm getting there, I'm getting there. um, I'm definitely getting better. Sometimes I feel like back then it was just basically like a whole um round and round and round, we're going round. Like it was just I would talk about something and then go and say something else, and then like I don't even know what the hell. Anywho, I'm telling you guys, like I wish I actually had like footages of these things so I can show you. Like I would somehow make a 2 hour video, edit it and all that. And by the time I'm done editing it, it's a freaking 15 minutes, um, barely 15 minutes video, and then I'm just there like, fuck my life. Like what the fuck did I even say here? What the fuck did I even like? What was the point of all of this? Like, and trying to like find the way of like, okay, I didn't just spend all that time to like not have something, And then by the time that I see it all, I'm like, this is definitely that was just a waste of time. Like that would be basically like a whole day. Because oh yeah, that's another thing. I wanted to do everything in one day, you know. Um, and so like not like I knew I was very aware that I was supposed to like be making um, a schedule. Um, you know, take the advice of other people that hey, you should schedule your content. You should um, do this and that. Um, but I am stubborn and I am very hard headed, and I'm just like, yeah, I should, but you know what? Fuck that. I'm just gonna post everything all in one day, freaking burn myself out, and not have energy for anything else. Freaking, I probably would need glasses by if I continue on doing this. Um, but no, no, like basically a whole 24 hours of like, being there, basically of time wasted, and I was giving, myself the thought or the illusion or the naiveness, however you want to call it, that it is not time wasted, and it's not, me um basically trying to um basically like, ¿cómo se dice esto? A ver, ¿cuál es la palabra que estoy buscando ya? Como que, oh, it's okay that I procrastinated. It's okay that um, I was basically eating shit, for lack of a better word. And then, oh, well, let me just continue on eating more shit, try to make something with what I've been doing, and then expect it to not be shit. And again, like burning myself out because like, oh, I'm trying to like do this and do that and meet the deadline or whatever, or just telling myself that no, 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 this is good, like um I am being committed, I am 100% like, on it, um, I am motivated, um I spend so much time on it, and I'm like, okay, 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 okay. At some point, I just kind of, like you gotta sometimes like those talks with yourself when you're just like alone and you're in your own thoughts and you're just talking to yourself. You gotta start being more straightforward with yourself and more blunt and less sugarcoating, less you know being accepting or like, well, it's it's okay because I did my best, or I did what I could, and that's it. um and sometimes just sitting with yourself and having the tough um tough love with yourself, and tough talk of like, hey, listen, um let's be real, um we haven't done shit, we are procrastinating, we are not doing what we're supposed to do, and then try to do any other any other thing to basically like make up for what I haven't been doing. And it's like, then it's like that vicious cycle of like, oh no, no, I'm okay, I'm good, um I you know 100%, there is no issue here. And then of course, like, bruh, you're not gonna tell me that you were doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, and that you didn't feel, or that you didn't have like that, like freaking, well, for me it's like this tension, specifically over here on this side, and it goes to my neck over here whenever I am not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and whenever, like, ugh, no, no, I was like, nope, I can't. And the thing is that because I am a masochist, and I am hard-headed, and I am just like, bruh, listen to your body. If your body's telling you hello, like, um hello, listen to it. Like, um it's you would definitely save yourself a lot of trouble. You would definitely save yourself like a lot of like just headaches, and doing the right way without having to like um put up or be um making up, for what was um, um accepting that learning again in life and having experiences and getting to know ourselves involves a lot of like fuck ups, involves a lot of like, okay, I now that I know that this is not what I should be doing, and I am self-aware of what the problem is and what the issue is. Let me start working on solutions. Let me start working on what can I do to make this better. Or, even if it's like little steps, just um, the simple fact that you have realized, um, I am um, not doing something right. It's already like, poof, that is huge. And because the majority of people just kind of like continue on trying to basically like run away from that. And I know I did. you know During the times that I was not doing what I was supposed to be doing, I would find anything. I'll be over here like, yep, this needs to be redone. I would find anything to basically have my head off it, and just to like, okay, it's okay, like, out of mind, out of sight, like, out of mind, it will go away. Out of mind, it'll just, and at some point I started even to uh, excuse or um, make it, like, making it okay, or like accepting, oh no, well, I mean, I didn't do this and that, but it's because I'm exhausted, it's because this and that. And it's like, yes, but you are making yourself exhausted. You are not you're not being disciplined. You're not having time for yourself. You know um and so, again, like, my goal was to get to know how this streaming whole thing worked. Then, of course, the obsession of like, well, I want to make sure that I do this and that. And so, like, I started making excuses and just having the littlest details on the stupidest things, uh, and then neglecting important things that I am supposed to be doing, like scheduling myself, like taking care of myself, like making sure that it's not just something that I use because I'm bored, because I'm lonely, because I just got off a relationship and I just kind of want someone to talk to me, or someone to, like, whatever, I because, yeah, I did do that as well. Like, honestly, my streaming whole thing really started because I was just like, well, I am just of a 10-year relationship. um I don't like, I refuse to go through like my whole face, and just go clubbing and this and that, to just forget about it, or to find someone else, or because, un clavo saca otro clavo. No, no. um but I started to like, okay, I am going to, so I kept telling myself, um well, it's okay, I can behave like this, and I can be toxic, and I can be um basically just whatever it was at the moment that I was doing. And it's okay because, um everybody's toxic, and because everybody's telling me that it's okay, and because I am uh, like, this is not, I've always been the bigger person, da, 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 like, you know, what have you. So it's like, okay. Um, so I started creating more drama in my life. I started creating um, more issues, um, problems with people like, um, I complete strangers, complete like I don't even know. I just freaking know a freaking number on here, and it's like I kept I kept on like making it okay. I kept making it like, no, that's alright, yeah, that's okay, um, and so like I would keep like asking people, oh hey, like do you guys like when I do this and when I do that, should I change it? And they would just be like, oh no, we love it, so we love you just like that. Freaking toxic. And so like at some point somebody like came up to me and he's like, hey, are you good? Like, um like there's just there's just an excessive amount of excessiveness on here that like um so so yeah, like what I was getting at with that is um accepting or just telling yourself that it's okay, because it's not your fault, because everybody else does it, because um you know um any freaking excuse to when you're feeling that feeling, that specific feeling of like you're not doing right, you're doing something that you're not okay with, don't um like it's okay if you kind of just like, okay, we live and we learn, we kind of just go through, sometimes we just gotta go through like the same thing over and over to realize, okay, I realize what the problem is, I realize the issue, or the um or sometimes you just gotta go through it to realize, what it is that needs to be changed, um where the source of it, what you need to work on, and how then now you can make a plan, on what you will do later on. um but basically like, telling yourself and having, especially having friends, quote unquote friends, that you are surrounding yourself with, and that you're telling them, about these situations, or they seeing it, and they are okay with it, and they tell you it's okay, and they just kind of like applaud it, or just okay, whatever, you keep fucking up, you keep doing you, and fuck it, it's alright, everybody fucks up, um to the point where you end up being like 40, um and then you have like the same mentality of like when you were 20, because everybody kept telling you it's okay, and then boom, 20 years go by, and well, it was okay, right, for 20 years. Now you're so, like, time is very, very it's the most valuable asset, and um thing that um we don't really possess, but we get to have us to manage, and take over, and you know basically not take over, but um control, not the time, but you get to control, the time, your schedule, um and all of this, right? And understanding that um and not everything is for you, right? And because you said that you wanted to do something, and because you thought you really would like to do this and all that, and you realize, listen, it's not what I want to do, you know being okay with that, being okay with the fact that you allowed yourself, at whatever, time being, the phase, the moments, that to realize, this, because otherwise you wouldn't have never realized it, and there would always be the what if, what if I could, do that, and what if, and there is like there's such a waste of energy and time in the what ifs. um Shoulda, coulda, would have doesn't exist, you know. Coulda, shoulda, would have. What? You didn't. Should have. You didn't know. uh would have, because that that you went through it, and now you have that knowledge and that wisdom and that insights, and um now you would have. But no, you couldn't have done it differently because you just you know and so um honestly, we need to start like denormalizing and not listening too much to like the mainstream things, bro, because like come on, come on, not not to be rude or anything, but there's some um I don't know, bro. There's some bad bitches more concerned about the red bottoms than the amount of money they have in their accounts, and some men that are more concerned on renting the chain and renting the car than to actually like do something about it. Um, and so I have met someone, that was very like um, ¿cómo se llama esto? Like um, com- like he was very like um, tenía como like complacency. I think is what I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. Um, but he's like, oh, I want more, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. Um, and it's as sometimes I would honestly, because like because I just thought sometimes often times I have to like just say what's in my head, and um I just kind of wanted to like tell him, bro, like um get your GED first, get your GED first, and then you can talk about going to college and going over here and going over there, and like like shut the fuck up, kind of deal, like and it's just like um I realized, like I was giving this person, that same energy and the same, and at some point I started thinking like this too. Oh, well, I mean, it's okay because I'm comfortable and I'm okay and and this and that, and I don't have to do the extra, and everything that I'm doing is completely fine. And it's just like nah, 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 bro. I am telling you, it is not a joke when I tell you that being and um surrounded by like-minded people, could be such a fucking like um what is that saying, like a ditch hole, or like like you're just basically um está, excavando tu propia tumba, o sea, like shoveling your own what the fuck is that thing? Oh, whatever. Anywho, you get the idea, okay? You get the shovel, the freaking hole where you end up dead. Oh god. And you know um I promise you, and it's not to like talk shit about these people, and it's not to like be like, oh well, it's so much better, and da da da. No, I have my days where like I am just a piece of shit. Okay, straight up. I have my days where I could just be toxic, and again, I'm, you know, well, goddamn it. Up until now, like I had been telling myself that, oh, I am a masochist, I am hard headed, I have to hit the freaking like um I had to hit myself with the same freaking wall, with the same freaking situation and all this to learn, to understand, because that's just me. And I just kept telling myself this over and over, over and over, you know. Um, bro, until like I started picking up, and I'm like, wait. I am just a little more toxic than usual. I am a little more toxic than usual, and I am doing certain things that's like my pet peeves, and I continue on doing them, and I continue on being fucking stressed about it. But I wanted to do shit because I'm stressed about it, you know. Um, and then I'm like, no. So like I I really meant it when I said like I was gonna start to like just cut off. Like I might love you, I might appreciate you, I might just because damn, like um for example, my 10-year relationship, did it suck that it ended? Did it suck that it just didn't? It wasn't what I was envisioning it to end up like, or to be like, or um, did I not like keep pushing, to basically be on a dead horse, like for 10 years technically, on something that I just kept on choosing, so I was like, bro, it is so fucking true. It is so fucking true when they tell you what you are not changing, you are choosing, so there is no one to blame, there's no excuse, you are completely accountable, and it is your responsibility to face it, as freely um and as okay as you were with being that, um and again, like, nothing wrong with going through life, learning, experiencing, um I myself have gone through certain situations um that I do something, I know I know I'm doing something wrong. I'm not really 100% sure what I'm doing wrong, because I'm doing so many things wrong. So like finding those roots and the source of what's making, what's creating a vicious cycle in my life, um that is very crucial, like, but you know how hard it is and how stressful it is, and like to sit here and be like, I'm doing something wrong. Let me see what the fuck I'm doing wrong. And looking at yourself doing shit wrong, and then getting more pissed off at the fact that you keep doing it, and then you're just like, why the fuck do I keep doing this? You know? Because I would be, bro, I used to be so hard on myself. Like, any little thing, and it was a fucking issue. And it's like, I am so glad, I'm so glad and thankful to God that I've learned to have patience. I've learned to accept, bro. I've just, I've learned a lot. I'm telling you, like 2023, 24, where were some year. Those were some year, Um, and so just um, I there's no one I have tried so hard to avoid, and not even like acknowledge them myself, so at times, and then just because I know I'm doing something wrong, like, and this is when I was telling myself, well, it's okay, because I told myself that I was going to be a little more patient with myself, and I was going to be, accepting of the fact that I could make mistakes, but then again, this became an excuse. This became a huge excuse of like, oh well, I will continue on just um, doing the same thing that I know I should be changing, because it's the worst when you have like um, the insight, or like you are not oblivious to the fact that what it is, that you need to change, what needs to happen. To as much as it is when like you don't know, and it's just like, well, it's just gonna like happens, it's like a cycle. It's just um goes like basically on autopilot, Um, So um I was, this is very recent, like this is what, like 6 months ago or something like that. I literally was trying to like avoid myself and like just, nope, I would not think, And so again, like I started like doing a lot of anything, just so that way I can just forget about it, except for the things that I should have been doing. Um, and then I ended up um wasting like 3 months doing this, and I'm like, at some point I'm like, wait, hold up, I didn't intend it to go on for 3 months. And so like that, it literally could go from 3 months to a year to 3 years to, you know, how many years? Um, and it's a lot harder, or like, I feel like it would be a lot more like soul crushing the moment that you find it hits you, and um, you know that you have been trying to avoid yourself and trying to like, um, then you know having the could have, should have, would have, and I knew, and this and that, and all this, you know. Um, listen, one thing I feel like a lot of people need to understand and start accepting is that age is literally a number. Uh, is a reality is very subjective, okay? Reality and the world we see is just basically the world that we see, and we um you can just, you know see yourself young, and see yourself still being able and capable of changing, and working on it. um like, and if you have, like that dream, that passion, that one thing that you want to do, that you can't stop thinking about, that um you you have been basically like, just, well, I don't want to do this because eh, again, like, kind of like the shame, or like the embarrassment, or like the fear, or just, you know um this might be like a little bit like, not, people just sometimes get lucky, and like, you have to have a certain amount of money, and you have to have a certain amount of status, and you have to have a certain amount of people around you, and all this for it to work. And it's like, no, no, that's 100% not fucking true. 100% not fucking true. um it needs to have belief, it needs to have um passion, it needs to, even if like, if you dreamed it and believed it, and just it didn't work out, and you experienced it, and perhaps you end up, realizing, well, that wasn't for me, or it was fun, but it's not something I was overly romanticizing it. It's something that I wouldn't have done for the rest of my life, and I wouldn't have enjoyed it. So, like, the lessons and the experiences make us who we are. um However, that does not equal or mean that, because you um, have been in the past, um, the the opposite of what you want to be. Nah, we always get the opportunity in every single new dawn to make something new, to decide, to choose, to make a change. So, it doesn't even have to be on a new dawn. It's just, so happens that it goes hand in hand. But, the moment that it just dawns on you, and you're like, wow, okay, um I want to work on something, I want to do something different, I want to do something that um sets my soul on fire. It sets me like, put me in this mood, and makes me like feel like unstoppable and all this. But what happens in the moment that things get rough, and you're no longer feeling unstoppable, and um opinions, or or your own thoughts of what people may think get to your head, and you're like, what if the moments now it starts becoming a little more shaky and tougher, and now it's like, looking like you're gonna have to put a lot more work than what you had already been putting into life. Um, life is like life has just a way of I heard this today. Life has a way of not just choosing to beat on people, and well, like, life doesn't like you, and you just, unlucky, and and everything happens to you. No. But life has like a way of testing, what it is that you want by throwing you as many options as there are, because there's infinites, and throwing you scenarios and putting you in the position of like, okay, let's see how much you want this. You are, vibrating and transmitting, like this vibration that's, attracted this to you. Let's see what happens in the moment that you are in that position, you know. And then, God is just there. Not that God is testing you, because again, this is what you wanted, um but if you're not going to God and asking him, like, and having his guidance, and he'll just sit there basically, and basically just like, because like life and God always lets us know when something's just not for us, um there's signs and wonders, there's a feeling, there's, so many things, um and but sometimes we just kind of like want to push, because, well, like, you can't give up, and everybody tells you how you gotta just, every single day, even though life is beating you up, and da da da, and all this, like, you just gotta keep going, and da da da, all this. And it's like, but not a lot of people tell you, hey, basically, when life is beating you up and when something is just like now, like, draining your energy, your passion, your your whole being, um maybe it's just even yourself, your body, and telling yourself, hey, listen, maybe this is really isn't for us, and like, it's like, it's a very thin line in between giving up because it got hard, and giving up, or like, not giving up, but basically like accepting and understanding that this is just not for you, and being okay with it, because um your ego, will not get in the way um of your peace, basically, because sometimes ego and pride could just be like, no, 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 I must go on, I must continue, even if I'm not even enjoying it anymore, even if I'm not doing as good as I was doing at the beginning, I must continue, because of ego, because of pride, all of this. And so there is a very thin line in between um those two, and it's such a fucking little thin line that it's kind of very hard to tell, it's very kind of like, um it's black and white, but at the same time not really, um so yeah, like, just um again, lately I've just been coming on here and talking about um how being okay with learning is, a must. How I this is the first live episode podcast that we have done, and I am actually really, really happy with it. Um, I, good on me. I was just winging it, And one thing I've noticed is that, no, not always am I like amazing. I just winging it, and oh wow, look at me. I just fucking go and make it happen, and I don't even have to plan, or no, no. Um, it's definitely like moments, or that spark, and those moments that I'm like, oh, okay, like boom, like today I created what I will be at some point getting to work on for the introduction of the podcast, right? And I was, it made me so happy, like being, because this was one thing I was actually like stressing about. And I know it's kind of stupid to stress about this, but I don't know, like I was just stressing about it because I'm like, it had been like 2 years me trying to basically come up um with a summary or like something that best describes, like my podcast. And so every now and then it was just a different thing, a different introduction, and just one worse than the other, or in my head at least. So I was just like, and it just basically came to me out of nowhere. Like I was talking to someone yesterday, like those random 3 a.m. talks, I don't know if you guys have those moments where, like, for some reason, at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you just kind of get like this euphoric, like something just dawns on you, and you're like, whoa, whoa, hold up, and for some reason, it doesn't completely dawn on you if you don't talk about it, if you don't have like somebody that you can just, somebody that just listens, um, or at least it doesn't for me, like it that, I would have more things in my head, this and that, and then conclude nothing, um so like one thing that did dawn on me for sure at on this new year, literally like on the new year, I had hopped off everywhere for 4 days, and I had just dedicated those 4 days for myself, and um I rested, and I wasn't thinking about like um what I should be doing, what I could be doing, no. I was just not thinking. I was just enjoying myself, and I was just enjoying my time and all this, right? Whew, 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 whew. Oh God, that would have been horrible. I already dropped this today. it almost it almost looks always like I do it on purpose. Like I'm so freaking clumsy. It looks like I do it on purpose. I swear. um but anywho, so yeah, um I it was in that time that I was just by myself that I was able to like realize and intake, okay, um this is not working out. I know it's not working out. I keep on choosing to do it. um I you know I keep saying to myself that I am gonna do such and such, and that this is not, and I heard today someone saying, you you owe it to yourself, to keep your word to yourself, and like this should hit me because I'm like, wait, what? Like, like I was just literally talking about it. I was just literally thinking about it, and oh, how the fuck does this person know what the fuck I was just literally talking about? um, um, so he goes like, you owe it to yourself to make sure that if you um promised yourself that you would do something, and that you set yourself a certain schedule, a certain um anything, to yourself, that it's oftentimes very easy to just kind of like forget about it and not feel like guilty, or like whatever, because you don't have a person um that will call you later on like, how could you promised, you said this and that and you didn't, and like it literally gives me goosebumps because I'm like, and he goes like, imagine if you could just go and tell yourself, how could you promised you, and then so be, accepting not only from everyone else, that may at some point, have let you down and not kept their word, but accepting it from you, and being now you the one that does this to yourself, and it's like, has it been that bad, that the world has basically, or that you've experienced, letdowns, and that you've experienced unbroken promises, and that you now are accepting it and have gotten to the point where it's so okay that now you are doing it with yourself because it's okay, you know? And I was like, bruh, look, I'm telling you, it gives me goosebumps. I was like, bruh, what in the world, you know? Like, I was like, that was so on point. It was definitely what I needed to hear today. I was like, no, 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 I definitely do owe it to myself to start doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing. Stop procrastinating so much. Stop giving myself so many excuses, you know? Um, and you know, tough love, some tough love never hurts anybody, you know? Um, and yeah, like you can be feeling a certain way and you can be feeling, you know, um it's okay, feel your feelings, you know, acknowledge them, um but don't just stay there and don't just be like, okay, well, I feel like this and I that's it, you know. No, 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 you owe it to yourself, you know. um like it's, again, time just kind of like goes on. It doesn't wait for nobody. It, in a blink of an eye, 1 year can just end, you know, and then it just feels like, what the fuck? When did this year end? You know, because that's definitely how I felt with 2024. And so, um, realizing that um, time is not gonna wait for you. Nobody's gonna be telling you and waiting for you, or you know, uh, reminding you and telling. No, no, no. All you have for this is yourself, you know, and you need to start building a relationship with yourself where you are as honest and as blunt and as unsugarcoated with yourself as you are with any other person in the world, you know. um because um it's not that you're making yourself feel bad or that you're putting yourself down and no, 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 you know. You're putting yourself down the moment that you allowing it and that you keep on, you know, surrounding with like and doing things that you just don't want to do, but you just do it because whatever, you know. um at some point the situation would end, and at some point, you know, that is not, and you live and you learn and you only live once, and it's like, no, 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 no. Listen, time wasted is time that is very crucial, you know. um and just learning, you know, learning, um not excusing, being very like blunt with yourself, very straightforward, and sitting, you know, and being like, listen, um this, you know, and just give it to yourself like pow pow, you know. um it's very important, it's very very important, you know. um um and so with that being said, yeah, you owe it to yourself um to make sure that um you are that person that you um are working towards, um or that you know that's what you are working towards, it basically requires a version of you, or you know, all of this, that's, you know, you make sure that you, as your own boss and as your own manager and as your own um freaking team, you know, make sure that your team is on your team, you know. All right, um that would be the end of today's live stream. Oh my god, I am so happy with it, I am so happy. This was good. This was good, honestly. Yeah, you got to see literally how I make the magic happen. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, till next time. Ugh, shit. You see what I mean, bro? It just looks like I do it on purpose. Anywho.